It's that time of the year once again when everyone comes together in a collective effort to study or gift chocolates. One of the two.
One or the other.
One or the other. Hello, welcome to this week's episode of the not seasonal Checo of Yay. Whoops. Totally goofed on that. The Jared and Al Watch K-On! Episode number 38. We are discussing season 2, episode 22, titled Entrance Exams. I'm Jared. That's Doc Allen Ladium.
Hello.
Right podcast, wrong time.
Yep.
Yeah, we got entrance exams to discuss.
Mm-hmm.
Some ones have to study real hard because they're getting into some tough schools, and certain others think they are not going to be able to make it.
Yeah.
That could be bad.
Yeah.
But it is apparently also nearing Valentine's Day, so you got to make food for your seniors if you're an underclassman.
I would say senior cats.
Yes, also the senior cats, but don't give them chocolates.
Don't give them chocolates. It's bad for them.
They will not. They will like it, but then also not like it.
Yeah, it's very bad for them. Don't do that.
So we get in this episode, and Azusa, June, and Ui are discussing their plans for the rest of the year. Azusa mentions how like she hadn't give them chocolates or anything the previous years after I think June talked about having to give stuff to her seniors, and Azusa's like, but also they gotten like really ridiculous like chocolates the previous year because Boogie brought in stuff from the Belgian royal family.
Yeah.
And they're all like, it's real good. June's gonna make stuff for the seniors at the jazz club, and basically is like, hey Azusa, you should do something as well. Wink wink, nudge nudge. The others are in the light music club. They are studying for their entrance exams. Yui and Ritsu are having a bit of trouble. Apparently they mix up the how to grammatically use who, because they also know about the who.
The Who.
The who. Ritsu has a quick way to solve any problem that she runs into if it's a multiple choice, and she has a pencil that has numbers on it, so it's like a 6-sided dice. So she's able to roll it and get answers, and she does it once, and she picks the correct answer, and Mugi's like, oh! And Ritsu declares that it has 60% accuracy. But Mio tells them that the school that they're going to do the entrance exam for has 9 answers on the multiple choice, so the pencil will not be helpful. So they're all studying. Azusa is also there. She's kind of just practicing by herself, trying to make sure she doesn't kind of get in the way or bother them. And they're like, oh, it's fine. Go ahead and practice. Also, she's still feeling anxious about giving them chocolates and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually Azusa's practicing gets to be a bit much for Ritsu and Yui as they just like start to go to the jam and everything. And then Azusa's like, oh no, I'm so sorry. Mugi decides it's time for a tea break. And she also is sad because she's not going to be able to bring them chocolates this year for Valentine's Day. No fancy stuff for this year. So Azusa basically now is like, oh, I got to do something to make up for this. I got to do it now. So the next day it's early. It is cold and snowy. The seniors are getting to catch a train to go to the entrance exam site. Ritsu nearly forgets her pass for it.
It was like blowing
real
away.
Bad.
Yeah.
They're able to find it though. It's right there. After Ritsu has a brief panic attack about it, Yui she rolls up and holding her head and is like, "Don't talk to me. If you talk to me, all of the information's gonna fall out of my head." And they're like, "Oh God, you really were staying up to cram, weren't you?" And she's like, "Oh, something fell out. Something fell out." And I believe you made mention that you are Yui at some points.
Yeah, for sure.
While they are doing that, Azusa is going grocery shopping to gather ingredients to make a cake. She got very confused about the steps to make it, but she is determined to make it. She runs into June, who's also doing her own grocery shopping. And June acts like she knows what she's doing and just picks like the worst ingredients to make a cake with. She's like, "Oh, we need powdered sugar." She's like, "Oh, but this is brown sugar. It's like chocolate, basically."
And then like she's like, "Oh, we should use this kind of chocolate." And she's like, "Don't we need like baking chocolate? All chocolate's chocolates." Like the whole time she was talking, I was just cringing. Like, oh god, she's clearly never made a cake before. Like this is a nightmare.
Luckily, they're both bailed out because Uwe shows up, and Uwe's like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" And June's like, "Oh, Uwe, please help us." And I was like, "What happened to all that confidence?" So I'm assuming Uwe like took a look. I think she does take a look at Azusa's like basket, but like they don't really show up. I'm assuming Uwe basically was like, "Yeah, we're gonna switch up your ingredients because you need this and this to make a cake. You're not gonna really do anything with this other stuff. We need you to get the better ingredients that will help you out." So Uwe basically is like, "Hey, I will help you out. You can come over to my place. We will do it all there and make sure it is good to go." So they go to the Hirasawa residence. They get ready to start baking it, and Yui shows up because she is done with the exams. She runs into the kitchen. It's like, "Hey guys, what are you doing here?" And I was like, "What is your exam? Your exam's done already. How did you do?" And Yui's like, no idea." Azusa is freaking out because she thinks like, "Oh god, she's immediately gonna know that I'm making a cake for them." And then Ui's just like, "Yeah, we're making a cake." And Yui's like, "Ooh, save some for me." And Azusa's like, "Dude, what are you doing? Why did you tell her?" And Ui's like, "Just relax, calm down. Like, I'm always in here baking stuff. So like, if I just tell her I'm baking something, she will literally be none the wiser because it'll just seem very normal." And I was just like, "Oh, okay.
You clever girl.
Smart. So they go to get some more sugar. They stop by a shrine where Ui has been donating 10 yen every time she walks by and is praying for the success of Yui and the others to get into their college of their choice.
Mm-hmm.
She's trying to make sure she prays 100 times so it'll come true.
Like a thing.
Probably. They go back to school. Azusa is very nervous about giving the chocolate cake to them at the very beginning of school. She doesn't know when's the best time to do it. She's very embarrassed. They show up. Azusa's going to do it, but then some Mio Akiyama fan club members come in and give her chocolates. And I believe June also gives her chocolates then.
Yep.
So she's like, lunchtime, she still hasn't done it. Ui and June try to encourage Azusa to give her or to give them the cake, and then Azusa just basically doesn't do it again.
Yeah, they say like Mio's gonna have a ton by the end of the day if you don't move fast.
They go down to the class. They try and go to the classroom where the seniors are, but they find out they are in the staff room where they have gotten the first round of acceptances for some of their colleges they tested for. They still are not sure of the first choice because the results won't come in for a few days, but everything seems to be going well for the seniors with their choice of university.
Mm-hmm.
They notice Azusa, and Azusa again gets nervous and runs away. Azusa basically has a moment where she realizes, oh god, the seniors are going to be leaving soon. They're almost graduated. And then I'll be by myself with the club. It'll just be me. Eventually, she works up the courage to go visit the club after school is out. Mugi's already got tea done, but they don't have any treats. And they're like, oh, did you bring something for us, Azusa? and I was just like, how did you know? How'd you know? And
Miss Yamanaka said, save me a piece.
Yep. So she gives them the chocolate cake. They're all very excited for it. They think it's great. Azusa's like, it's not for Valentine's Day or anything. It's just like, bake a cake. It's fine.
Casually make a cake, you know.
Yeah, just that's what I do. Yui gives her a piece of candy for White Day in advance, but everyone's like, "You don't give it now. You save it for White Day." It's like, "Oh, okay."
Also, I
Uh,
love that she just gave her like one single piece of candy, and
yeah, it's just a wrapped piece of candy.
it's like old people candy.
She gave her a Werther's.
Basically, she's like, "I'm your senior. Have a Werther's, you child."
Don't tell your grandpa about this.
Or like those weird like watermelon candies.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
like I still don't know where old people get those.
They have like a hotline for them apparently.
Apparently, I've never seen them once in a store.
I think I have,
I have not seen them in a
but
store.
like it's very rare. So it begins to start snowing as well. They all huddle around and watch it. But Azusa realizes that she might be cold, but when she's with her friends, she's warm. And they all have a hug. On Azusa's way back to her house, she stops by the shrine near Yui's house. She realizes she doesn't have time for 110 yen prayer, so she decides to donate 1,000 yen because 10 times 10 is 10 times 100 is 1,000. That's math, I think. She does the same prayer that Ui's been doing, that they get into their university. And then we cut to the seniors going to
The board.
that university where they have the testing results for that college. They're practicing looking up and getting up the
nerve to look.
the nerve to look. So they practice a few times and then eventually they take a gander and look.
I love that they like yoink up to like
Yep.
in front of people.
It cuts to the second year's classroom where you see Azusa and Ui receive a text message and June notices and is like, huh? And they are both emotionally very shaken and are very much like, they've like noticed, like nod at each other. And then you see Azusa's text from Yui and it's just like
Four
blooming
blinking flowers.
Yeah, blooming sakura flowers. And apparently that means, hey, we got in.
Yeah, like that's one thing that I texted, or was I texting you? I don't remember. I think I texted you
Yeah.
about it. I was like, that's kind of a weird way to say that you got in. Like, why wouldn't you just text that you got in?
I mean, I guess it's not sad like emojis or anything, so.
Yeah, no, it's true, but even still, like that could be misinterpreted. Whereas we all got in could not be misinterpreted at all.
True. True.
Which kind of seems like a Yui move that she would do that could potentially be misinterpreted.
Oh, totally.
But yeah, it was a thing. I was very confused by it. But then we were talking about like flip phone technology.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So this is gonna kind of be outdated by the time this airs, but
Oh no.
the Naruto rewatch, we just got to an ending where like all of the characters have flip phones for whatever reason.
Oh my
It's
God.
really good. Like I don't understand why, but like it's a thing and it's good. But yeah. All the seniors got to their university, their first choice accepted, so they're gonna get to go to school together.
I'm so proud of them.
Good job. But that is gonna wrap this episode up then. Next time we will be making our final divergence as we discuss the second OVA episode entitled Visit, as the Light Music Club has to visit Miss Yamanaka because something happened with the yearbook, and I believe this is the episode I mentioned pretty early on that there is a photo that is taken early in this season
Yeah.
and is going to come back later in the season. This is it.
I vaguely remember this.
It is a group class photo,
Oh man.
and Ritsu does something.
She looks at somebody.
No.
No, okay. What'd she do?
We will figure that out when we watch this episode, but
I could've
you
sworn she looked at somebody.
No, you'll remember it when because they'll bring it up.
Okay.
But yes, that is a thing. That is a thing I mentioned way back when, and is finally gonna come full circle here.
Da-da-da.
So yes, we will be discussing the second OVA called Visit, and then we are on the road to wrapping up K-On! Because after that we will have the penultimate episode of the series finale, and then we'll have the movie.
Dang.
And then we'll be moving on to season 4 of Jared and Now Watch.
Man.
So we are close. We are coming into the closing moments. I really butchered that. What I was gonna say there.
What were you gonna say?
I don't know. But yeah, we're coming in close on the finale. So if you'd like more from us, go to seasonlanguagecheckup.com or sac.cool, where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Season Language Checkup and Season Language Checkup OVA, and you can find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from Anladium, go to anladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. And follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/anime checkup. So next time, we will be discussing Visit.